So we came up with the idea together, like, hey, we're gonna create something online to teach others how to do the Wim Hof method. So everyone was really, wow, yes, we gotta do it. No budget at all. So we decided to go to Poland. We said, come to Poland, and then we're gonna record it. So I think it was January 2013. We went to Poland, and then I really experienced the Wim Hof method. Because we recorded the whole 10-week course in 5 days.
Nice.
So I have to do all the exercises. I have to do multiple times into the cascade, the waterfall over there. You know it. It was cold, and it's totally different than an ice bath.
So that was already like years after the Radboud study. Yeah.
That already happened. That already happened. Yeah. Meanwhile, I was already recording videos with Wim, and I went to his record and radio station and made some small videos. Maybe you recognized with the golden cup.
Yeah.
You know, so that's it was around that period. Doesn't matter. So we went to Poland with no budget. I can see you have great lighting here, but back then we had some construction lamps. And with the filter was just a piece of paper, and sometimes during the recordings, like, oh shit, it's a fire, and Wim's house was just a mess. It was we entered his house and we put on the heating, and this is a system what we not used to. It's with coals and. So you have to shovel with coals and on the fire. And directly, all kinds of leakages came in the room, and water came out, smoke came out. So it was just black. And there was... You been in Poland?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The roof had not a real roof. It was with holes, and you could look outside, and it's very cold over there. There was no... sauna.
He was training there, right? It was cold enough for training.
The Wim Hof experience. So after an ice bath, we went to the shower. It was still cold, the shower. Like, you couldn't warm up. And So there was... there I really felt the power of the Wim Hof method. It went so deep in with all these exercises, the stretching, the breathing, and you completely opened up in such a short period of time. And of course, I also had to direct and say to Wim, okay, Wim, this is take number 1, and you have to say this. So I had a whiteboard with some lines on it. Hi, my name is Wim Hof, and I'm here to teach you the power of the Wim Hof method, something like that. But I didn't know him that well. So in the beginning, he was constantly reading the lines from the board, and there was the camera, so it didn't work. So he needed to have the feeling of how we were recording the video. It took a lot of effort, but eventually he got it. And then we saw the videos back, and like, wow, man, this man is really talented.
So natural.
His deep voice and the way he looks into the camera, and it was like you were there, you know? And I think that's the power also from that 10-week course. You really have the feeling that you are participating. And we were very unexperienced, actually. So
it's the perfect setup.
So it was not acting. We were really there with a group of friends, and just and then of course we had some. We prepared it. We had a kind of a program, but also during the program it changed. So Wim came up with a new idea,
Also for Poland, you cannot really prepare if you just had only one ice bath compared to Poland, what you there get. Because I guess you were not just recording, but you were also exposed to nature, the hard nature, like every day.
This harsh environment, and you could also see it in the videos that sometimes Wim says, "Okay, we're gonna do the what is it the shelf," and you see us struggling big time, like, oh man, how are we going to do this? And you see us falling and making jokes of the night before, and we drink a lot of beers back then. So sometimes you see it in our faces, like we were a little bit like a little bit pale of the cold exposure, but also a little bit small eyes of the rough nights we had playing music and having fun.
So it was a big milestone for you too personally, as an experience, but also to create this product basically from an adventurer, because it's also like crazy, like you have all of these people who did remarkable things, but how can you take out the value and kind of communicate it to other people?
Only what I really felt was that it was a project what I did with my heart, and I still do it, you know, and that was a really nice thing to have, because I worked on it for I don't know, a year or so, and before we launched it, it was a lot of work to put it in an online program and to write the follow-up emails and how we're gonna do the marketing, whatever, the whole structure, workbook, a lot of things you need to take care of, the editing. So that's where I also met our cameraman Peter, and he edited with a very small team, and he's still working for the company. It was actually, he shouldn't go. There was someone else who should go, and then last minute someone said, "Oh yeah, I have a new thing for television show. I cannot go." So we called Peter via, and can you come tomorrow to Poland? He said, for what? Yeah, for iceman thing. And he's like, what? Okay, and he came, and since then he's just part of the club.
Yeah, cool.
It was directly a good click, and But then we launched the program, but it was not an instant success. So that took a while. Yeah. So, but with every course we sold, I sent Wim a message like via the text, like, "Wim, we sold another course." Like, wow, we sell it.
How did you do the promotion of it?
Back then we had a very small mailing list, I think 1,000 or 2,000 or so, and we started running this mini class, so you can the free video course, and there we were gathering email addresses and send them a link to the actual course. But the beauty of it is that in the beginning, we didn't do any ads or so. Yeah. It was all organic. Yeah. So more and more people started doing it, and
it worked.
And then we had our first sale from abroad, like from Belgium or something, you know, like, whoa, they also buy it in other countries. And, wow, it's working. And then we had, I think, sold 40 courses or so in a year. Yeah. And then we thought, okay, it's working. People buy it. But now what? And then some podcast came, and we went to Joe Rogan's show, and the Vice documentary came out, and then it was like boom. And we had a breakthrough in the US, and then it pop, was picked up by some celebrities. We went to Laird Hamilton, etc. Long story, but and then it started growing.